It was a time capsule, sealed shut for 50 years, filled with letters and sketches, all drawn by kids back in 1959, imagining the future. When the capsule was pried open, the school principal pulled out the letters one by one, then handed them out randomly to the children gathered there. As the kids tore open their envelopes, excitement buzzed. Some found drawings of sleek rockets, others ideas for futuristic tech. A few even saw designs for flying cars. But when a boy named Costler opened his letter, he frowned. It was just a page covered in random numbers. No pictures, no explanation. He had no clue what it meant. That night, Costler took the paper home and showed it to his dad, Cage, a mid-astrophysics professor, someone who lived and breathed numbers. Wanting to help his son, Cage spread the paper on the kitchen table, copied the numbers onto a whiteboard, and started analyzing them, rearranging digits, cross-referencing dates, testing patterns. At first, it was just a jumble, but slowly, a date emerged, September the 11th. Cage's brow furrowed. He typed the date into his computer, and his breath caught. September the 11th, 2001. The day of the terrorist attacks that shook the country, and the numbers next to the date, they matched the exact number of lives lost that day. How was that possible? The letter had been written in 1959, 50 years before the attack. Someone had predicted it, with terrifying precision. Now obsessed, Cage dived into the rest of the numbers. He plugged each sequence into his computer, and one by one, they unlocked dates of major earthquakes, natural disasters, terrorist attacks, all events from the past 50 years. Every number aligned with the exact date and death toll. Whoever had written this wasn't guessing, they knew the future. A few sequences still didn't make sense, but Cage's gut told him they mattered. The next day, Cage rushed to his college, and told a colleague everything, even warning him. According to the paper, the next disaster was just 2 days away, and 71 people would die. But his colleague laughed it off, dismissing him as overworked. Go home, Cage. Get some sleep. It's just a kid's doodle of numbers. Discouraged, Cage went home. He turned on the TV, flipping between news channels, waiting. The day of the predicted disaster came and went. No earthquakes, no crashes, no headlines. It was raining outside. Cage grabbed his keys to pick up Costler from school. Traffic was gridlocked, cars inching forward. Cage sighed, calling his colleague. You were right, he said. I was overthinking it. Just a bunch of numbers. But then he glanced at his car's navigation screen, latitude and longitude, glowing in small blue digits. Suddenly, he froze. The numbers he couldn't figure out earlier, they were geographic coordinates. He fumbled for the paper in his pocket, compared the digits, and his blood ran cold. The coordinates on the paper matched the spot where he was stuck, right there in traffic. This was the disaster site. Cage jumped out of his car, flagging down a police officer nearby. You have to evacuate. There's going to be a disaster here, now. But before he could finish, the officer's face turned ashen. He didn't say a word, just sprinted away. Cage spun around, and right in front of him, the disaster he'd feared unfolded.